from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening. Welcome to the National News broadcast. Coming to you live from the National News Studio complex, I'm Lakshdeep Singh.
A very good evening to you. I'm Sharifa Tahir, and let's take a look at the headlines. Cases filed against 1,500 traders over irregularities. Egg Producers Association alleged the Consumer Affairs Authority as the cause for the egg shortage. New plan to uplift tourism industry in Nuwara. GCA ordinary level examination postponed by 2 weeks. A meeting between the Prime Minister and the Election Commission members. A Russian tourist falls to death in Allah. An explosion occurs in a storied building in France. We move on to those and other stories in detail now. Let's take a look at the top stories. The Consumer Affairs Authority has taken steps to file cases against close to 1,500 traders for trading goods at exorbitant prices and concealing stocks of goods during the festive season.
The Consumer Affairs Authority has directed its attention on the trade of eggs during the raids conducted in the festive season. Accordingly, officers have been directed to probe into poultry farms. The authority has further said that special units have been deployed to conduct raids in the festive season. All Ceylon Egg Producers Association has alleged that the Consumer Affairs Authority is the main cause behind a potential egg shortage in the market. Leader of Janasitha Peramuna, Venerable Battaramulle Seelaratana Thera, handed over a petition to the Consumer Affairs Authority today against the traders who sell goods at exorbitant prices to consumers without extending any relief in this festive season.
The Excise Department says a special program has been initiated to take legal actions against those who commit offences pertaining to liquor and tobacco during the festive season. Additional Commissioner of Excise Dr. Kapila Kumarasinghe said that close to 1,200 officers had been deployed in this regard. Additional Commissioner of Excise Dr. Kapila Kumarasinghe said that a special task has been assigned to close to 1,200 officers to be vigilant over the crimes pertaining to liquor and tobacco and to produce such offenders before the courts. He appealed to the public to inform any such crimes to the nearest police station or the Excise Department in order to take necessary legal actions against offenders promptly. He added that a hotline 1913 has been set up for the public to inform such crimes.
Increase of accidents in the festive season is a common occurrence in every year. Therefore, it is essential to avert such incidents. Increase of accidents due to the heavy use of crackers and fireworks, domestic accidents and road traffic accidents can be observed during the festive season. Negligence, unnecessary risk and ignorance are the main causes for such accidents. A decrease of such accidents was observed in the past 2 years with the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Health authorities have pointed out that an increase of accidents from fireworks can be observed in the festive season. The most number of accidents pertaining to fireworks occur from the use of crackers, which is 32%. Health professionals have pointed out that most of these accidents occur around the hands and fingers. The guidance of adults is essential when children use fireworks. Lit up crackers should not be thrown towards another person. People should be cautious when engaging in activities pertaining to fireworks in order to reduce related accidents. President Ranil Wickremesinghe directed officials to develop a formal plan aimed at maximizing the contribution of the Nuwara district, a major tourist city, to the Sri Lankan government's program to establish a stable economy.
The relevant instructions were directed during a discussion held at the Nuwara District Secretariat this morning. The objective is to work on a formal plan to maximize the contribution of the Nuwara district towards the Sri Lankan government's program in establishing a stable economy within a 4-year time frame. The discussion also included the unveiling of the Nuwara New Town Development Plan and the Nuwara Tourism Plan, which were attended by political authority and government officials from the Nuwara district. President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who spoke at the occasion, highlighted that despite the belief of many that the country's economy could not be rebuilt, the agreement reached by the International Monetary Fund and the government provides an opportunity for fresh hope on the country's economy. The President emphasized the importance of developing the Nuwara district as a striking city that can attract tourists throughout the year, targeting both local and foreign tourists. The President stressed the importance of preparing the development plans while considering the needs of tourists. He explained that the plans should prioritize creating a pleasant environment for tourists to relax rather than focusing on constructing large buildings. He also pointed out that the absence of a formal system for rainwater drainage in Nuwara city is a long-standing issue, and he urged officials to implement an urgent program to address this problem. Additionally, he directed special attention to solving the problem of drinking water in the area. President Wickremesinghe highlighted the likelihood of an increase in tourist arrivals to Nuwara with the completion of the Central Expressway and stressed the importance of developing facilities in accordance with the proper plan. He also emphasized that no party or investor should be allowed to damage the resources of the Nuwara district and that all development should be environmentally friendly and well planned. Furthermore, President Wickremesinghe called for government officials and political authorities to work in a well-coordinated manner in these matters. He encouraged everyone to think beyond the traditional framework and align themselves with the new program needed by the country. Following the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, President Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed his intention to meet with all the secretaries of ministries, chairpersons of authorities and commissions, as well as heads of departments in order to obtain their contribution to realize the targeted 2025 development plan. During the discussion, there was a widespread focus on developing the Nuwara district through sustainable and environmentally friendly practices. There was a detailed conversation regarding the development activities to be carried out in the city under the Nuwara City Development Plan, as well as the development of Nanuoya as a sub-city. Plans were also made to develop Nuwara as a green city by preserving forest conservation areas, and 5 suburbs were earmarked for development with Nuwara as a central hub. Additionally, the establishment of a university in Nuwara and the construction of a Ramayana Centre were also discussed during the meeting. The President issued instructions to modernize the Nanuoya railway station and establish a high-quality economic centre nearby. The aim is to enable farmers to pack their vegetables and transport them safely and conveniently to Colombo. The development of the racecourse and the lake, improvement of parking facilities and speedy implementation of a formal water management program in Nuwara were given special attention during the discussions. In addition, a program to increase the income of local residents and improve their lives was discussed at length. Today is the 10th day of the Sundara Nuwara Salalihini Vasantaya 2023.
Many special programs have been organized in various sites, including Gregory Lake, until the 25th of April. The national television is the media sponsor for Nuwara Salalihini Vasantaya.
Sri Lanka Insurance සමගින් සුන්දර නුවරඑළිය සැලලිහිණි වසන්තය 2023.
Many foreign and local tourists are arriving to Nuwara with their children to experience the Salalihini Vasantaya festival. They have the opportunity to experience a variety of entertaining activities together as families. Victoria Park has been strictly reserved for the children to enjoy their time in Nuwara.
Sri Lanka Insurance සමගින් සුන්දර නුවරඑළිය සැලලිහිණි වසන්තය 2023.
Stay tuned with us. More stories from home coming your way after this short break.
Creama Kottumi hot and spicy නව වසරක් වේවා.
People's Credit Card உரிமையாளர்களே, இந்த புத்தாண்டு காலத்தில் பிரபல ஆடையகம், ஹோட்டல் மற்றும் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட் உட்பட பலவற்றில் 60% வரை விசேட சலுகைகளை பெற்றிடுங்கள். மேலதிக விவரங்களுக்கு விரைந்திடுங்கள் www.peoplesbank.lk.
Welcome back. Additional General Manager of Railways Vajra S. Polvattage says that whether a mechanical fault or an issue pertaining to the railway track had caused the train engine of the Samudra Devi train to detach from the compartments is yet to be determined.
Speaking at a media briefing held today, he said that investigations are underway pertaining to the incident. The engine of the Samudra Devi train, which was heading to Maradana from Gaul yesterday, detached from the compartments near Kaluthara North railway station. Several other train accidents were reported in the recent past as well. Additional General Manager of Railways Vajra S. Polvattage said that according to the data obtained, two attachments had loosened up, causing the accident. He said that the relevant authorities have been informed that such detachment can only occur from a mechanical faulty or an issue pertaining to the track. He said that a report will be submitted in this regard at the earliest. A special discussion was held between Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena and representatives of the Elections Commission today.
The meeting was held at the Prime Minister's office. Several issues pertaining to the local government election were discussed during the meeting. State Minister Janaka Wakkumura said that the discussion was focused on the future activities of the Election Commission. He said that a discussion was held on the salary payment of the government workers who have submitted nominations for the local government elections. The State Minister said that the Election Commission is expected to send recommendations in this regard. He also said that such government employees will be appointed to areas outside the electorates from which they contest for the election, and steps will be taken to pay their salaries. The State Minister said that a discussion was held on the issue of the Attorney General's failure to appear on behalf of the Election Commission. He added that the Prime Minister agreed to take necessary measures to deliver justice for the requests of the Election Commission in consultation with the Ministry of Finance. Meanwhile, a special discussion is expected to be held tomorrow over the local government polls at the Election Commission.
A Russian youth had died due to a sudden illness while touring in Alla area in Bandarvala. Reports have indicated that the youth had died inside a three-wheeler upon returning from a tourist destination named Little Adams Peak in Alla, Bandarvala. The deceased had been identified as a 37-year-old T. Alexander, and he had arrived in the country on a tour with his wife and child. They had arrived in Alla area last 8th along with another Russian couple after touring in various parts of the country. The three-wheel driver, upon noticing the sudden illness of the tourist, had taken him to the Damodara Regional Hospital. The hospital authorities said that the patient had died upon admission to the hospital. The Alla Tourist Police had initiated an inquiry into the incident. The remains of the tourist has been sent to Badulla General Hospital for post-mortem. Hospital authorities have said that the patient was receiving treatment for various ailments including high blood pressure. Alla police said that necessary assistance will be given to the spouse of the victim to return the remains to Russia following an inquiry.
The GCE Ordinary Level examination, which was scheduled to be commenced on the 15th of May, has been postponed. According to the examination department, the date for the examination has been fixed for the 29th of May. Accordingly, the examinations department has said that the examination will continue until the 8th of June. More information can be obtained via 011 785 922 and 011 784 537. The final rites of late Professor Priyani Soisa, Sri Lanka's first woman to be appointed to a professional chair, was held in Borella this evening. She was 97 years of age at the time of her demise. She was the Emeritus Professor of Pediatrics of the University of Colombo. She continued to work towards securing 3-month maternity leave for mothers and rendered an immense service in eradicating polio from the country. New members of the Audit Service Commission were sworn in before Speaker Mahinda Abeyewardene yesterday. WPC Wickramaratne was sworn in as the Auditor General of the state.
State Minister Ranjit Siyambala Pittiya says that restructuring of state institutions has not referred to the sale of such institutions as most have claimed. He said that the benefit of restructuring of these institutions should be directed to the public. State Minister Ranjit Simbala Patel said that this is a step taken to extend required services to the public in an efficient manner by reducing the monopolistic authority of the state. He pointed out that the country is still experiencing fuel and foreign exchange shortages and steps have been taken to mitigate the situation. He said that they are expecting to reduce the state monopoly and create competition within the industries to extend more benefits to the public. He added that with the competition, any company has the opportunity to increase sales by reducing the rates of fuel. He also said that the government has the ability to streamline the revenue earning channels with tax income earned from these companies without contemplating on the profits and losses.
Many bilateral agreements have been reached to secure more job opportunities for Sri Lankan workers in Japan. The relevant agreements were reached following a request made by Minister Manusha Nanayakara to the Japanese government. Minister Manusha Nanayakara, who is on an official visit to Japan, held successful talks with several high-ranking Japanese officials and heads of recruitment agencies. The minister said that agreements were reached to provide more job opportunities for Sri Lankans in Japan. Minister Nanayakara held talks with the Japan's Minister for Health, Labour and Welfare about the possibility of increasing the number of job opportunities for Sri Lankan caregivers in Japan. He also requested the Japanese minister to open up job opportunities in building maintenance and cleaning sectors, which are not currently open to Sri Lankans. Meanwhile, the minister held talks with the Minister of State in the Cabinet Office of Japan and the chairman of Japan-Sri Lanka Parliamentary Friendship Forum during the event.
In the meantime, a seminar on development and regulation of animation industry for developing countries set to begin on April 13th in China. The relevant training course has been organized by the Hunan International Business Vocational College for the 10th consecutive occasion. The training course is expected to last for 14 days. The theme of the program is the development of the animation industry. 25 participants, including experts and scholars from relevant fields in Sri Lanka, Ethiopia, Gambia and Cuba, are taking part in the course. The aim is to share China's relevant experience in the field of animation industry with various developing countries. Experts and scholars from Hunan Radio and Television Group and renowned media universities in Hunan Province expected to deliver lectures during the course. Through the platform of the seminar, promote changes in cooperations between China and various developing countries and enhance friendship between China and people of recipient countries. Well, that's it on local stories. We'll be back with news overseas.
Creama Kottumi, hot and spicy nava wasarak veva.
LED lamp pinal varshame oliyaga. Traveling bag udan kode pidichu paanam ponga. Pudhiya makil tea kudichittu ponga.
இந்த புது வருடத்திலும் மக்கள் வங்கியில் சுபவைப்பு செய்யும் அனைவருக்கும் பெருமதியான பரிசுகள் அனைவருக்கும் சுபமான சேமிப்பாக அமையட்டும்.
And in news from overseas, at least 4 people have died in an avalanche in the French Alps, says the country's interior minister.
The incident occurred in the Armanset Glacier near Mont Blanc in southeastern France yesterday. Local authorities confirmed that 2 of the dead were mountain guides. Several injured people have been taken to hospital and 2 people are still missing. They have further said that the avalanche was caused by a slab of snow detaching from the top of the mountain. Search and rescue efforts are underway at present to locate the missing.
Dozens of leaked Defense Department classified documents posted online reveal details of US spying on Russia's war machine in Ukraine and secret assessments of Ukraine's combat power. The documents have also revealed intelligence gathering on America's allies, including South Korea and Israel. The documents first appeared online in March, and a senior US official recently had claimed that the government's working theory is that the documents are real, although some of them could have been altered. The documents include repeated references to information based on secret signals intelligence, a crucial pillar of US intelligence gathering. Both the Pentagon and the Justice Department announced investigations into the leak Friday. It remains unclear how the trove of documents ended up on various social media sites. The New York Times first reported the leak last week. The documents have revealed the casualties suffered on both sides, the military vulnerabilities of each, and crucially, what their relative strengths are likely to be when Ukraine decides to launch its much-anticipated spring offensive. These include detailed accounts of the training and equipment being provided to Ukraine as it puts together a dozen new brigades for an offensive that could begin within weeks. The documents also reveal about Washington's other allies, including Israel to South Korea, and internal debates of those countries are having about Ukraine and other sensitive issues. In the pages posted online, there are mentions over South Korea's internal debates about whether to give the US artillery shells for use in Ukraine, violating Seoul's policy on providing lethal aid. According to Seoul's official stance, South Korea only provides non-lethal military aid to Ukraine, such as body armor and gas masks. South Korea has agreed to supply artillery shells to the United States to help replenish its ammunition arsenal, but stressed that the end user must be the United States. However, there are concerns within the South Korean government that the US may transfer South Korean-made artillery shells to Ukraine.
Saudi Arabia and Yemen's Houthi militia held direct talks yesterday in Yemeni capital Sana'a. The efforts are to revive a ceasefire in the war-torn country following more than 8 years of a deadly conflict. The Saudi delegation arrived at the Sana'a International Airport on Saturday after the arrival of the Omani delegation on the same day. Oman has mediated previous rounds of negotiations between the Yemeni government, Saudi Arabia and the Houthi group. The mediator's role has been crucial in facilitating talks and maintaining good relations with both parties. The Saudi delegation and the Omani officials met with Mahdi al-Mashat, chairman of the Houthi Political Council, for discussing arrangements to renew the ceasefire deal that ended in October 2022. The Houthi militia said that both sides expressed their gratitude to Oman for its efforts on the Yemen issue, but did not disclose any specific content of the talks. Neither Saudi Arabia nor Oman issued an official statement on the talks. The Yemeni government official expressed hope that the talks will lead to a positive outcome. An official ceasefire announcement is also expected to be made within the next few days.
2 have been killed following an explosion which flattened a 4-story apartment building in the southern French city of Marseille. Local authorities said 6 people remained unaccounted for and that rescue efforts were ongoing. The blast had occurred yesterday. The cause remains unclear, but investigators are looking into the possibility of a gas leak. 5 people from neighboring buildings sustained minor injuries in the explosion, and around 200 people had to be evacuated from their homes. 2 nearby blocks partially collapsed a few hours later without causing any additional injuries. Around 100 firefighters attended the scene to tackle the blaze that burned under the rubble throughout yesterday. Rescue operations continued into the early hours of today.
The 16th China Wetland Ecotourism Festival opened in East China's Taizhou city recently. The 2023 Qingtong Boat Festival has attracted over 500 decorative boats with more than 10,000 team members participating in the event. The history of Qingtong Boat Festival dates back to the Ming Dynasty in 1368, when people boated on rivers to worship soldiers and wished for a prosperous country and a peaceful and affluent life. To this day, it is the best conserved and most ancient water festival in China. Different from the dragon boat race, people compete using pole boats at the Qingtong Boat Festival with accompanying high-pitched gongs. A colorfully decorated boat cruise is another highlight of the event, attracting villagers from surrounding areas to showcase their exquisite boat decorations to tourists from all over the country. The Qingtong Boat Festival was listed as a National Intangible Cultural Heritage in 2008 and was called the world's largest boat festival in 2009 in the Guinness Book of World Records. It has been an annual event held around the Tomb Sweeping Day in Taizhou since the Ming Dynasty, with boat races as its highlight.
ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි hot and spicy නව වසරක් වේවා.
And in sports news, the Irish cricket team arrived in the country last evening to take part in a test series against Sri Lanka. The series is consisted of 2 tests.
The first match will be played from April 16th to the 20th, while the second match will be played from the 24th until the 28th. Both matches will be played at the Galle International Cricket Stadium. Gaining the test status in 2017, Ireland has so far taken part in 4 test matches. They suffered losses against Pakistan, Afghanistan, England and Bangladesh previously. This is the first time the Irish national cricket team is taking part in a 2-test series.
Meanwhile, the Kolkata Knight Riders managed to secure a crucial 3-wicket win against Gujarat Titans in an Indian Premier League match played yesterday.
The match was played at Ahmedabad. Batting first, Gujarat Titans scored 204 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in their innings. Vijay Shankar scored 33 while Sai Sudarshan scored 53. Sunil Narine picked up 3 wickets for Kolkata. In response, Kolkata only managed to gather 176 runs for the loss of 7 wickets at the end of the 19th over. Rashid Khan picked up a hat-trick in the 17th over for the Titans. In the face of defeat, Rinku Singh showcased a once-in-a-lifetime performance by hitting 5 sixes in 5 consecutive deliveries to change the momentum of the game towards Kolkata and securing a thrilling win.
ප්‍රීමා කොත්තුමි hot and spicy නව වසරක් වේවා.
And on that note, we conclude and wrap up tonight's news bulletin. Do join us tomorrow for more of the very latest. Until then, good night.
Good night.